Hello and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Addie and today we are working on renovating the Hecking household. So the first little bit of this video is a reno of the Sims. It's not really a reno. Can you renovate Sims? I don't know. We're gonna renovate Sims. So this one is Brant Hecking. And I start by changing his hair and his facial hair. I felt like his hair, like his facial hair before, like hid his face, if that makes sense. So I changed his facial hair, but I kept it with like the beard and everything. And then I did change his hair. Originally, it was like a straight side do. Did not like that. I'm gonna be completely honest. Did not like that at all. Um, so we changed it to be one of the new hair. Well, it's not new. One of the hairs from Cats and Dogs. I did for this renovation of The Sims, not the house. I stuck with primarily cat. Well, not even primarily. I only use cats and dogs. If you want to see the Sims on the gallery, let me know. I really only post builds. Sims scare me a little bit. Um, so we're just going through changing all of his outfits. I actually despise how Brant looked in the how he looks in the game. I think it's really weird. And it doesn't make a lot of sense like in general. Yeah. So, we did go through and update his outfits. Um, I tried to make him like a cool dad, but he's like not a dad. He's a dog dad. Um, so yeah, I tried to have that vibe, and then I saw the glasses on him and I thought like I actually kind of liked it. So I went through and added glasses to all the outfits that made sense. So the everyday, formal, athletic, party, hot weather, and cold weather. And then I did go through and add his earrings to his hot weather and cold weather outfits. And I did update the outfits so that the hot weather and cold weather so that they are only from the base or from like the base game and cats and dogs, because cats and dogs came out before seasons. These sims don't technically have a hot weather and cold weather outfit selected for them by the sims team. So I went ahead and did that. And then we are finishing up Brant, and we're gonna go over to Brent. And Brent, I'm gonna be completely honest, I think he's ugly. I think he's ugly as a bisexual person, or a biromantic person, a bi person. I think he's hella ugly. I think he's the grossest person. But I did try to make him a little bit better in my personal taste. Not that I like would want to date Brent or Brent. Yeah, not that I would want to date Brent, but yeah. Anyway, so we did change him. Not too much, but we did change it a little bit. So I gave him some long hair and and I changed his eyebrows. I think. I'm pretty sure I changed his eyebrows. So we have that going for him. And then I always give my Sims like the same, how would you describe? The same resting face. They all have like RBF, resting bitch face. So I tried to give him kind of like a sad boy vibe going to him, like in his resting face. Um, and I realized that his nose is like really long, like really long. So we went ahead and changed that so that he is a little bit more proportional. And now we are on to his outfits. I think I went for more of like a pink and blue vibe for him. Um, because his partner, his husband, is like a green and brown. So I wanted them to have like very different color schemes. So I went for like a green and blue or a pink and blue color scheme for him. I don't actually remember what pants I ended up picking. Yeah. So that's what he looks like, and I did change I did change his outfits quite a lot, and then I go back and change his hair. So he it does not have the same hair for all of his outfits. And I don't know if you can tell this about me, but I hate the bunny slippers. Um, so I do not have my Sims wear them, and I switch them out um for socks. So we did that, and then I definitely felt like he would wear the like heart Earth Day tank top for his hot weather. He just gives the vibes. If you disagree, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. So there's that. And I do change his cold weather. I imagined that Brant, the husband of this guy, was more sensitive to the cold than Brent, the guy we're doing now. Um, I do wish their names were a little bit more different, but I kind of like that they're like one letter off. And then this is Rosie. Rosie is their dog. I considered changing her collar, but I decided not to. And then I did fix her, so you won't load into the game and have her be like um, having millions of babies. So we are working on the actual house now. And I'm going to be completely honest, I did this like a long time ago, so I don't actually remember what all I did. I vaguely looked at the house, I vaguely looked at the um renovate like the speed build, and I am recording. I should have probably looked at it a little bit better, but fuck that. Fuck being prepared. So we are stripping it down to its bare basics, and I actually despise this house. I think it's ugly. Sorry to the Sims people who made this house. I think it's ugly. Um, so we change it a lot. Um, yeah. So I add um dormers in the back. I don't know. It looks like they're even, but I can't tell if they're even because the side, yeah, anyway. So we have the back set up. We have a couple of dormers in the back, and then we do have the like front thing going on. I really like to use the lot traits. They're super helpful in general, because you can just like if your Sim's a painter, you can do the like inspiring one, the like window shaped one. That makes them inspired more. So they're like better painters. Sorry, blessed you to my dog. She likes to hang out with me when I'm recording, and she also likes to sneeze. So I bless her and I apologize on her behalf. Um, but yeah, so super useful. Highly recommend if you don't use them. Highly recommend that you do. Um, we are working on the roof now, and I decided to, this might be a little bit of a controversial choice, but I decided to have like a pitched roof or whatever the fuck it's called in the front, and it works out okay. I think would I do that now? Probably not, but I don't really know what else to, I didn't really know, yeah, I don't know what else to do. So, yeah. I believe I am trying to make a um roof. Yeah, I'm trying to make a roof. One of them roofs that is like inset, and it's like a glass roof. That's the word that I'm looking for. Words are really hard today. I had a long day at work. We had some drama for no reason, and now I'm like, can I just not? But I want to upload this, so I should. I don't know if I mentioned, but this house is not only cats and dogs. We go all out with the packs. I am currently, there's only one thing on the build right now, and it is the door. And the door is growing together. So I did try to limit initially, but that did not stay. Um, so for that, I apologize. Um, yeah, but yeah, so let me tell um I like to kind of use these as like little podcasty bits. So I want to tell you a little bit about the drama at work. So there's this lady, and she's kind of new. She's been working with us for 6 months, which is not new, but it's like newer. Like she's newer than pretty much everyone else. And she was working on one of the teams, and the team was being like kind of bitchy because they were like, you're not doing anything, but like she's been with us for 6 months and no one's taught her how to do anything. So like, is that really her fault? Should you be bitching at her about that? No, you shouldn't. You're just an entitled little you're an entitled little witch. So like she's sitting there and she's like, and it's not even like to her face, like it's to her face, but it's not like people, right? Because some of our people were working from home today. So the person that was like being kind of bitchy to her was working from home. So it wasn't even like kind. Like she wasn't even being kind. She was just like, why are there so many things on your grid? Like you shouldn't be doing grid, meaning like tasks that we have to do. Um, like you should be doing them. You should be doing them. And the poor soul was like, I don't know. I didn't know that I was supposed to be doing those. I was just working on a little project like that she'd been kind of tasked to work on. And so she was just working on her little project. And she's like, I didn't know that I was supposed to be working on these things. And now everybody's angry at me and I don't know why. And I was like, well, that's like kind of shitty, not gonna lie. Um, and it kind of pissed me off because like how how can you be angry at someone for not knowing? Like if someone doesn't know something, you tell them and you change your demeanor and you grow up and you get your little adult panties on and you deal with it. Like this is a workplace. It's not the kindergarten playground, you know? Like if you want something done, ask for it to be done or do it yourself. But like in the grand scheme of things, if you ask, you shall receive most of the time if it's reasonable. And so like I'm having to sit here and not that it was bad, like I didn't really have anything else to do, but like they shouldn't have been so pissy at her for like doing shit or for like working on her project when she didn't know that she was supposed to be doing those things. And like, yeah, so that was kind of shitty. And then on top of them being shitty, like to her face, one of the team members was like, thank you for noticing. The person who's supposed to be doing that hasn't been doing anything all day. And it's like, really? Really? You're gonna sit here and bitch about how someone's not doing something when you are known as like the slowest person, not intellectually, just like working, like her, like this person that was like, yeah, anyway. um I don't use my real name on here, so I highly doubt they'll find me, but it was kind of irritating. Like, you're here complaining about shit and you're doing the shit that you're complaining about. Yeah, yeah, did not love that. And the fact that she was so passive aggressive, like intentionally to this person that was being kind of shitty, not gonna lie. And also, like in front of the person that's new, like you need to be a little, like you can be frustrated. I'm not saying you can't be frustrated. It's just that, like, if someone's been with your company or in that position for less than a year, give them some grace. For love of God, give them some grace because, like, do you remember what it was like to be new? No, probably not, because you've been here for some time and you're like, "Oh, well, I know all." No, you don't. You're just wanting to feel like you do. Yeah. And maybe that's like not very dramatic, but it was dramatic for me. What are you doing? Okay. Zilla's Zilla's my dog. She was trying to show Atticus her toy. And he is not pleased. He is not pleased. He does not like Zilla's toys. They are literally the size of his face. And he's a big cat. He's a 16-pound half Maine Coon kind of guy, and he does not like Zilla's toys because they are big. She is trying to get him to like her toys. It's not working very well. Um, but yeah. Yeah. So maybe it's not like super hella dramatic, but it was a little dramatic for me because it's like, get a fucking grip. Anyway, we are inside now. We are inside the build. And I am not sure if I'm trying to limit or not. Um It looks like I am trying to limit the packs in this build, but I don't know if that ends up staying or not, so don't quote me on anything. Um, they are being really weird right now, so I'm just gonna avoid that. So we're in the entryway, and this um is um yeah, so we're in the entryway and we are getting some clutter and some little things around. I did imagine that was it Brant? I felt like Brant was like really into like nature walks, you know? Like I think Brant would definitely be into nature walks, and Brent would be more of like the gay dad that drinks coffee in the morning while reading his book in front of the fireplace. Both are such vibes. Um, but they're very different kind of vibes. So, um, yeah, I did like that. I think it fits. But because of that, I added those like sports equipment things on the floor in the entryway. And I don't know what else we end up having in this house. There's the TV room right here. We've got a fireplace. The TV is where the mirror is. This trick is actually really cool. So if you raise up a TV, and there's a specific base game TV that I use for that, but if you raise it up and put it in there in that specific fireplace, it works so well. Like, I don't know. I feel like it was made for it. I feel like that fireplace was made for that TV, if that makes any sense. So now we are getting some like decorations on these bookcases over here. These bookcases are from Growing Together. And they've got some games and stuff on them. We've got a little succulent plant because they do have a dog. So I felt like they were definitely dog people. And I felt like um, Brant always tries to take Rosie on his nature hikes, and Brent always loves that she snuggles at his feet when he's reading. And so I feel like she is definitely a spoiled little princess for that reason. I think that they definitely have like cute little outfits for her, and they definitely have like little, what do you call them? Little, like, yeah, like little outfits and booties and stuff like that in there, for her. Not in there, but like for her. And then in here is the walking, like the, what is it? It's like a sunroom kind of vibe. So we've got like some open windows and stuff. When I first got that, like these windows from Cats and Dogs, when I first got Cats and Dogs, I thought these windows were the coolest thing ever. I was also like 16 at the time, so that would make sense. 16 or 17, when I got it. And yeah, so that's really cool. And then in here, we've got, like a chess table and some planters. I did imagine that Brant likes gardening, a little bit. I don't think that he's like a gardener, but I do think that he probably likes gardening. And then we do have a games table and like a chess table and like a bunch of things. And originally, I really, really, really wanted to have the, um island living ones, the island living curtains. But I don't think I'm using packs other than growing together in Cats and Dogs. And so I think I just opted to not have any curtains. Which is fine, you know. I would have preferred to have the island living curtains, the single panel ones all the way down, but it's fine. It's fine. And then we do have a, dog mat by the front door, and the, um small bathroom is just a sink and a toilet. In here, we've got a lot going on. So we've got the kitchen, right? We've got the kitchen, and then we also end up having a bar and the dining room in this space. So originally I was gonna have, the island. I don't know if I end up keeping the island. I don't remember that actually. But there is a bar that came with Cats and Dogs, surprisingly. Um, not surprisingly. And so I, think I try to use it. It's just so big, you know, and it didn't match my counters, and so I decided to go with the one that matched my counters. Or maybe I don't, because I don't know. That bothers me. Maybe I do. I don't know. And then in here is the dining room. So there is a table that came with Cats and Dogs. And so we have a bunch of table, like a bunch of chairs and on this long table. And I pull out this rug. It's one of my favorite base game rugs. Um, and I actually decide to not use it, which is to my surprise. And I should have gotten, I don't know, I should have gotten one of the, hanging lights from Cats and Dogs, but I don't know if I did that. And then here I'm trying to get some curtains, but there weren't any curtains from Cats and Dogs that I liked on this, um like in this wall height. So we end up going with these that are base game, which they're fine, you know, they're just not what I wanted. I would have much preferred to have one of the ones from like the pack, like from Cats and Dogs. Um, so anyway, yeah, so we have that, and then we are getting some overhead cabinets And I do get a fire alarm. In this world, you do not have seasons, so we don't get a thermostat. Um, and we're cluttering up the kitchen a little bit. Um, I'm not sure if we get lights. Why, like the overhead pendant light things over. Yeah, I don't know if we get those. It's also like kind of bland in here, but I don't know how to help that. So, yeah. And then up here is, I believe, a two bed, one bath. Um in here. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. Don't like murder me in the comments if am I allowed to say murder? I don't think so. Don't unalive me in the comments if you don't like it. That's not my problem. So we have a hall bath and then an ensuite bath for Brent and Brant. And I did furnish this second room like they're preparing to have a baby. Maybe like in my head, right? In my head, they are they're like preparing for this baby, but they're not like doing the things to have a baby, right? Like in practice, they're preparing for a baby, but like in actuality, there is no baby. In actuality, it's more of just like, oh yeah, we're thinking about having a baby, and then they're not like acting on it at all. So there is a little bit of a baby room, but that doesn't mean anything. There is no baby. They are not actively trying to have a baby. They are just existing. I did also imagine that one of them was like um an artist by hobby. So that's cute. And then also in here, it's very like gray and rainbow. At least from what I remember. So we have this. And then I do get, if I would leave it on the first one, I think I would like, yeah, I like that. Um, and we get like this is dressed for a newborn, but it's to make it look like the newborn actually does stuff, even though the newborn does not do anything. So we've got a changing table and the infant play mat and the dresser and other stuff like some cute decor and blocks and toys and everything on the floor. And it's really just to make it look like the infant or the newborn actually like leaves the bassinet, even though we know that the babies do not leave the bassinet. The baby is stuck in the bassinet. Um, so that is the nursery for the most part. We're getting some like wall decor, and then we'll be moving on to the like primary bedroom. Um, and I don't know actually what I got in this room. I wish that like um, puzzle piece art thing from Growing Together that has like the pictures of the worlds. I wish that came with like a picture of all the worlds, because I think it would be really cool if you had like a room or like a house in Brindleton Bay to be able to put a thing of Brindleton Bay in the house, you know? Maybe that's a little specific, but yeah. So I wish we had that. We don't. And then over here, we get like a little, I don't know what that is. It's like a decor thing. You can't actually use it, I don't think. I think the table blocks the mirror, but it's fine. And then we do have a desk in one of the corners, and we have the primary bedroom. The primary bedroom is very blue. I definitely believe that Brent was the one who designed this room. Um, I cannot speak for the rest of the house, but he definitely did this one. Um, And so we've got like a blue bed and blue walls and blue artwork and blue everything. Um, so it is a little bit monochrome in here. People think monochrome means black and white. Monochrome does not mean black and white. Monochrome means one color of different shades. So you can shift hue, and that is obviously different colors. So if you make something more green or more purple or more orange or more red, that's it, like a hue shift. But then if it's monochrome, it is one color. Um, I've seen it a couple of different ways where it's like monochrome, more or less saturated, and monochrome meaning lighter or darker. Doesn't really matter, I don't think. And I have an art degree. No one bitched about that, so I'm gonna say we're okay. Achrome is, I think, how you pronounce that, and that is what means no colors. Monochrome is one color. So, anyway, we're getting a little pride flag on this corkboard, and I have to special place it because otherwise it does not work. So, well, it doesn't like it works, but it doesn't look good. So, anyway, we get that. And I think we get the progress one. Yeah. And then we're coming back to behind the bar for a minute, and I'm just getting some wall art and stuff. And we are coming to the end of the build. So if you liked this, if you would like and subscribe, that would really mean a lot. And we are doing the outside in like the last couple of minutes. If you would like and subscribe, that would really mean a lot. And I'll probably say it again because I have autism. So anyway, we are doing the outside. I believe there's some like kid stuff back here, but it's not like super fancy or anything. I wanted to keep it as similar to the original as possible. So we have like a little fence and a little gate and a little, yeah, and like a swing set and stuff. Oh, and landscaping, apparently. Anyway, now we are coming to the end of the build. I do believe this is on the gallery, but like I said, I built this like a long time ago. So I don't know how far back you'll have to scroll if you so decide if you decide to download this. It does only use growing together and cats and dogs. So there's that. So yeah, and then we'll be getting some flowers and some landscaping and some terrain paint and everything. And then I will see all of you on Saturday. I will see all of you on Saturday. Bye.